Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It is finally Friday. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed our little couple of days off as much as we did. Hopefully, you guys are still having enjoyed our 3 times tournament. And to our giveaway winners, again, UA Perfect Ace, we went ahead. That has been sent. That is in the mail now. Also in the mail is this week's winners. We have a father-son team that watches semi-religiously, it feels like, and they love the speed duel content. And before I give you guys today's deck, I just wanted to thank Adam and Mokuba for just being fans, for always being there in the comments section, and just always just generally being nice people. So to that end, I picked out a couple of cards for you two. Again, after this, we're going to go over to the signed copies of the skill cards. We're going to let everybody choose what they want. But you guys have been just super fanning it for, it feels like, 2+ years at this point. And we really wanted to give you guys something that would be fun for each of you. So for Mokuba, I've got a copy of the Elemental Hero Flame Wingman Infernal Rage. Again, it's a pretty sweet power-up version of Avion. It does not take too much to make. It's 2 elemental heroes with different attributes. And I just want you to remember, little buddy, all your speed duel cards are regular tournament legal, which means you can create this using the heroes that you already have. You don't have to go out and buy more heroes if you don't want to. But this one is not a speed duel card, so just keep that in mind. And then for Adam, you said that you also just enjoyed GX. I kind of wanted to keep it going with some heroes, and I got you the Elemental Hero Shining Neos Wingman. Again, this is a Neos plus Wingman fusion monster. Again, you guys will be able to utilize any of your speed duels. So like base Flame Wingman will do, it'll do in this instance. They can be used in the same deck, but of course you're going to need Neos for this one. I figured you're probably a little more creative, so that this will be just a great play for you. Plus, if you decide to do anything with like Gemini Spark, you can do some Neos Alias stuff, get him to normal summon the second time, count him as Neos, or you guys could just go crazy playing it out the right way, doing things with the big boys. So if you guys want these signed, I'll probably have already shot you an email. If you do, guys, let me know. I will sign one or both of them, whatever you two decide. But this will be in the mail shortly. Basically, I just want to get your answer before I do that. So that's cool. And now on to today's video. You guys saw I put 3 skill cards face down. Why? Because today, and I'm only doing this once. We're not doing this with 1 times the box, then 3 times the box. I've been asked the question, what is the best deck we could build with the Battle City Finals set? So we're doing it. It is a 3 times build using cards from anywhere within the box. This deck is so good, it could use any one of the following 3 skills. The one that it was built with for today is the Shizu Keeper of the Valley. How this works, once per duel, you could discard 1 card to add 1 spell trap that mentions Necro Valley from graveyard to hand. Apply the following effect forever. Your graveyard is unaffected by Necro Valley. So this is good and bad. This is still very interesting, and I do love this. Next up, we've got Odeon. We're going to be using Desert's Peril. Desert's Peril would allow us to trade out 1 card from our main deck. We could simply drop it, take the main deck down to a 20 from 21 cards to play with this skill. Twice per duel, you can activate the following. Flip all monsters you control face down, shuffle them in your main monster zones, then change the battle position of 1 monster that you control. This skill can only be used once per turn, but again, twice per duel. And again, it's Gravekeeper, so we got spies, we got guards. It's all about field swarm tactics. And the fact is that we're going to be able to do some crazy stuff with this skill. So even Odeon gets in on our Gravekeeper fun. And then last but not least, Taya. Again, this is the beginning of the dual skill. This is the Battle City Bestie. I stand by this when I say Gravekeepers are probably one of the few decks in Speed Duel that do not require you to play a skill card. You can apply the following skills. You take no battle damage during your turn, which is fine. And once per turn during the end phase, If your opponent activated a card or effect this turn, draw one card. We're here for the draw ones because, again, when the opponent interacts with us, this is going to help us plus even more. So I don't care which of these 3 skills you use. Today's build is Keeper of the Valley. 21 card main, 21 card main Gravekeeper deck. Let's get you guys the list. So first and foremost, 2 Commandants. This is the only non-dark attribute Gravekeeper. You may discard this from hand to graveyard in order to add 1 Necro Valley from deck to hand. So again, good card, great card. Gets us into position fairly early. We're going to play 2 copies of Descendant. Descendant allows you to tribute 1 other face of Gravekeeper monster, then target a monster the opponent controls, or targeting 1 card the opponent controls, I apologize, and then destroy said target. So again, especially like the Odeon bit with the Desert's Peril, we're able to flip-flop, get the spies going, cook up a bunch of field zones. We can actually disrupt an entire field off this play. It's crazy, it's good, I love it. Next up, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Guard. Again, when this one flips, bounce 1 card, target 1 monster on the field that the opponent controls, return that to the hand. So again, 1900 defense it feels weird, but like I need you to understand with Valley, we're able to take on Monarch decks because we're able to get up to 2400 defense points. It's pretty awesome. Another good card in this deck is going to be Recruiter. Recruiter, when it is sent to graveyard, allows you to add 1 Gravekeeper monster with 1500 or less defense from the deck to the hand. This is going to exclude, should just exclude the Spy and the Guard. Again, they're being 19 and 2k base. Everybody else is stuck at, I want to say 15 and 12, Descendant being the one at 12 right now. And then we're going to triple down on our Gravekeeper Spies. Again, flipping and getting to special summon a 1500 point or less attack value monster to our side of the field. And again, not needing to put it in attack mode. We can put that in defense mode. Basically, she's going to act like Big Booty Judy and stop a bunch of attacks from hitting us. This is good. If you are, of course, playing Desert's Peril, this could allow you to go ahead and grab the Guard, reload both of the effects on your own turn. Guard spins 1, Spy goes ahead and grabs you the Descendant, and then you've still got 2 Destroys on board because you've got 2 other bodies that are not Descendant. So again, like the deck does insist on itself, but like in a great way. It's like almost a full archetype. The one card that we're able to toss in because Keeper of the Valley says that our graveyard is Necro Valley proof is going to be a single copy of Monster Reborn. Again, if you play Battle City Bestie or you're playing Desert's Peril, just drop this. Drop this down to a 20-card deck, and there's your maneuver. We're also going to be running the 1 copy MST because, again, it's just super good. 2 copies of our Field Spell, which of course stops our opponent from resurrecting anything from either graveyard. Card effects basically cannot go in. Cards cannot get banished from without. And at the same time, our Gravekeepers gain a blanket 500 attack and 500 defense power bonus under this. So even though the Spy is stating it's got to be 1500 points or less, and of course, you know, everybody but Commandant fits the bill. Once they touch the field, those 1,500 point cards become 2,000 point cards. This is great. Keeping up with like the surprise meta and stuff in this box, we are going to be running 2 copies of Sol and Luna. Target a monster you control, 1 monster the opponent controls, and then do something to each depending on their battle position. If they were face up, they can go to face down defense. If they were face down, they can go to face up defense. So again, it allows us to flip and flop block attacks while resetting our flip effects. It's just a great card. Moving to the traps, we wanted to keep it simple. 2 copies Rite of Spirit. Does not matter if we have Necro Valley. Does not matter if we have Keeper of the Valley. This is not affected by Necro Valley. Just it's in the text. It's in the last sentence. It's a great card. And then to take it up to its full size, I did put in 2 copies of Sakuretsu Armor. Why? Because, you know, I got some stuff in the side deck, obviously. But this is going to be your main deck. So obviously we're going to pick and choose which attacks are going to make it. We got some nice, great big defenses to just go ahead and block attacks anyway. We got the Sol and Luna for some flip-flop. Depending on which skill you've got some more flip-flop. You got Valley for some oppressive powers. Monster Reborn is just kind of a treat. We treated ourselves because we were playing Keeper. This is the main deck. It only gets better next week when I give you guys like the full power version using cards from any time period in Speed Duel. And of course, obeying the ban list as closely as possible. I do expect some of these cards to change their amounts. So real quick, this is your main deck. Go ahead, pause, notes, pause plus screenshot, whatever you guys got to do. I'll be right back with the side deck in just a second. All right, so side deck. And again, you guys could put together an extra deck. What would your extra deck contain? There's no Waking the Dragon. There's no way for these guys to actually do anything with the extra deck. But you guys do have X, Y, and Z fusions, except I think it was YZ. You guys also have access to like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So like you could put together like a pseudo extra deck if you want. And again, it's sort of just like a mental tactic. Maybe the opponent thinks that you're going to be playing a card that you won't be playing. Is what it is. Sorry, too excited. Let me try that again. We just want to focus on the cards that we do have access to and the cards that we can play. So in the side, I'm keeping a third Commandant because there will be games where getting to Valley faster is going to be necessary. Plus, I do need to state this. Like, it's not just a pitch it to go get it card. Like, if Valley's already in your hand, this guy is 2,100 points when aborted. So, like, do not underestimate the Gravekeeper Commandants. Again, sometimes the Descendant will be more needed. So we can ramp that up to a third copy. Again, goes up to 2K with our field spell. Just model Citizen, and definitely one of those things where, like, you're going to be able to ramp and get over your opponents faster. One copy extra of Valley. This is basically where all our third copies went. Because again, sometimes you're just going to need it. Somebody's going to be more aggressive against the back row. Sol and Luna, because again, maybe you weren't playing Desert's Peril, so you might need that extra flip-flop. Again, I kind of expect good things out of this card. Last one is a card I do expect to see get hit. 2 copies, Quaking Mirror Force. Now, Quaking Mirror Force is Floodgate Trapple, albeit a little bit weaker. And I can justify that with math if you guys need. But what's going to happen is when the opponent declares an attack, change all their opponent's attack monsters to face down defense, and they cannot change their battle position if they had their position changed by this effect. This just means, I believe, that they cannot manually shift. A card like Sol and Luna could still affect that battle position. But again, this hit too. You could have gone with a third Sakuretsu Armor because, again, throughout the main deck, we only really hit our 1-of. I don't think we were using any 2-ofs. And Sakus are part of the 3-of list. So, again, there were other options that we did not take that you could take, but this is a good deck. So this is the best thing I think that one can build out of the Battle City Finals Speed Duel set. It will require you to have 3 boxes of it. No, I'm not interested in building a singles. I know how heartless that sounds, but I really want to start making decks, like full power decks. And I think that you guys want that too. So over the next 2 days, I've got like a little baby rant tomorrow. I've got a Speed Duel Spotlight on Sunday. And next week, I wanna start off pretty strong, maybe pick a deck master, or maybe just get straight into some more Speed Duels. You guys have been very good about picking and suggesting which decks you guys want to see first. Of course, continue to do that in the comments. That'll help me just as like a little bit of guidance, a little bit of direction where you guys want to see the content go first, which is fine. And then, of course, comment if you guys want to be like the next, winner of some giveaway cards. And what they're going to be for the next little bit is I've still got all these extra skills. If you guys want, we'll go ahead, we'll sign a skill for you if you're chosen. We're trying to pick 1 person a week. So we got 50 more people to pick for this year. and it could just as easily be you. I'd love to sign one of these and send it out to you. Um, so yeah, just have a wonderful day. And that's it, guys. See you next time. Later.